Mrs. Macsween, I've been asked to record a little video for your retirement, and I'm very happy to do so. I'm wishing you a very, very happy retirement. You really deserve it after all these years of very hard work. We've obviously known each other a long time, from the beginning actually. I think in primary one I remember you coming into the classroom and peering in, and I was wondering, who's this new teacher? And little did we know that we would be with you most of our education, right until we left school in 6th year. We owe you a lot, really, for everything that you had taught us throughout our childhood and in our teenage years as well. Myself, I'm working in Aberdeen Royal Infirmary now as a senior staff nurse, and I mean, I truly do owe a lot of that to you, Mrs. Macsween. You were always very encouraging for us to do our best at all times, and really probably wouldn't be where I am without your teaching and your guidance over the years. So I just wanted to thank you for all your support and for all of your great teaching over the years. I think I probably wasn't always the easiest student, and you were very patient and really, I think, persevered with me. So I thank you so much for that, and I really do wish you a very happy retirement, because if anybody deserves it, it's yourself. You've worked so hard all these years, and I think that's clear for everybody to see. You've been so dedicated to your job and to education. You're really a credit to the career. So yes, please enjoy your retirement, make the most of it, and I'm sure we'll see you walking whenever I'm home, and I hope you have a lovely day today as well. But yes, thank you for everything over the years. I really owe a lot to you, and I'll never really forget that. So yes, thank you for everything. Have a lovely retirement, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you at some point soon. Cheerio!
We just want to say thank you for being our head teacher at both Leverburgh when we were in primary and up to secondary. Wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hallo, hamididach Sean Tang Vor Horsgrave, Sean a Hulakal a range of Gon Harten Blionchen, either Scolled Hape a Scolled Herreburst. Be me Tangal gebrach, Sean a Coraman a Hugshivain, am the Skoll, Gahara to Huvne Gaelic, ach Kujach a Sean Mavrosnachug, the Dolsas and the Nubid Gaelic Kujach. Ham in Dohus gegorst the Nunia Hashodev, Stucha Adiet Fosh. Cheery Draspe.
Hallo, Macsween, has je een kleintje gewillig checken als school city Scott. Ach, schrijven haar gelijk. Ha, kein ik hem heen weer de heeg me als school city Scott. Ergens, witte schade bij me. Ha, kein ik hem kunnen doen waar dat de gaan aan de school en top. Ergens waar me goed tanken ook de gaan waar kein aan de school city Scott. En mijn dags gejeet gemaakt, ergens aan mijn dags gefection schrijven me een kostdag.
Ha mi dochus grid gemageif, tachbeleis schon a hulakal.
Ha kein ac am hyn dyr fa mi as ysgol yn dop, agos fa mi hyn agos sera, y goni hwys ys noffish agad, agos gan eers yn over kiarst, was yn coni a fein rews mol. Ach gyw ha mi yn dochus gyd gemageif tlis a hulakal yn yswtianw. Tachbeleif.
Hello, Aileen. Yes, it's me again. This is a little bit like Mrs. Macsween. This is your life. But I'm really pleased that Adam let me in on the secret, and just in time for me to make my small contribution. Well, this really is the end of an era, and I'm so sorry not to be able to be up there with you all on Harris to mark the occasion. But can you please assure me that I don't need to buy any more retirement cards? You really are retiring this time, aren't you? My memories go back, first of all, to you being the mum of Ellie's best friend when she arrived in P1. Our paths originally used to cross at birthday parties and sports days and such like. But then when I started teaching primary French, I so enjoyed my involvement with you and the little band of pupils at Clearsmall School. How could I ever forget those school lunches when we all used to sit around the table in the kitchen there and eat roast chicken prepared by your lovely dinner lady? My next encounter with you was when you were head teacher at Scalpe School. From you, I learnt the amazing skill of putting those crinkly borders all around my classroom displays, and I was persuaded to launch into drama teaching with your P1s. And then finally my stint at Sir E. Scott Secondary, with all the support and encouragement you provided for me there. Well, I've just beaten you to grannyhood, but your retirement couldn't be better timed. Just as you leave one post, you'll be able to really launch into the next job. I'm sure nappy changing will be infinitely preferable to school development planning. I do wish you a really happy and extremely well-deserved retirement. Both Ellie and I send you heaps of love and congratulations, and I hope to see you in a relaxed mode soon.
We'd just like to say thank you for all the opportunities you have given us and all the time you have spent making sure everyone felt as included and as happy as possible.
We also want to recognise the constant encouragement and support you have provided towards both local and national mods.
They were some of the best experiences we've had, and it brought us closer together, and that wouldn't have been possible without you. So one final thank you for everything you do, and we hope you enjoy your retirement.
Thank you!
Thank you!
Mrs. Macsween, I would just like to take this opportunity to wish you all the very best in your retirement, and even though I'm not in the school anymore, I know that you'll be greatly missed by everyone, and I'd just like to say a big thank you for everything you've done for myself and for the class over the last few years. We've greatly appreciated it. There you go.
Thank you for being with us and helping us in our school journey, especially the last few years. It's been a crazy time. Thank you for all your support, and we wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Mrs. Macsween, can I, on behalf of the staff and pupils of Scotland Tape, wish you a happy, well-deserved retirement. Thank you for all your support over all the years while you were ahead in Cliasamol, Scalpe and Leverhulme and Sir E. Scott School. Fiach anisha go gafu fosh agus a guya gach sonnaschucht sanna blianachin vitien.
Catherine and I would just like to say a quick thank you for everything that you have done for us and the whole school over the years. Even with the immense pressure of the last year and a half, you made sure that our class was not forgotten, and we had a great leavers dinner a few months ago.
Sin an ágas go bhí beag an fáil go bhneist I go háir just an bliana de bhacking agus mún an tancar éiste son I le cáil hasfa jamar san Scoil Sir E. Scott bí an Scoil go dhéir go dhéantrain. Mór an tank.
Hi Aileen, we met iedere zijn kachkenach weken gedukt mealt an each, agus me klein go willu likar shachat te die achas je imitach bliane as kiun imitach skol agus skolait mi hen na misk, vawaun de hiet wakem ex skol chliasmol agus vawaun kutjach de wa mi iederakem ex skol Sir E. Scott agus am kitchinger schon nerver zijn heen go willu gema adiet bik an fosh, as ne blian geen had hien agus am dolgus gefayu zijn. Agus van me kutjach schon taingehart gut, dus aan de goede kal houden die ene heen, agus kutjach gan goede ting aken hadden in de plianchen, agus kun je imitach plianne sonnigif a stegucht te gdiachlik al shachet. Aileen, just wanted to send you a quick message to say congratulations on your retirement. There's no doubt that you've left a lasting legacy over education in Harris and over many a school pupil, myself and amongst them. You were there on my first day at Scotland, and you were there as well on my last day at Sir E. Scott, and I suppose for that reason alone, you're probably ready for a wee bit of rest and recuperation, and I hope you get that in the years to come. And I just wanted to thank you as well for everything that you've done, not just for myself over the years, but for every one of us, and wish you all the very best, and many's a happy year in your retirement.
Well, this is a sad day for Sir E. Scott School, although I'm sure it's a day that Mrs. Macsween has looked forward to, and at some points, Aileen, I suppose you thought it would never come. At many assemblies, I've listened to Mrs. Macsween giving positive recognitions to pupils on behalf of herself and other members of staff. Well, now it's time for some positive recognitions of a different kind to Mrs. Macsween. It is a privilege to be asked to say a few words to mark a milestone in the life of the school. It's not every day that a head teacher retires, particularly a head teacher such as Mrs. Macsween, who has been such a major influence on the school and as a community. I don't think it's understating things at all to say that a good head teacher can immeasurably change a school and the life of the school, and by extension the wider community, for the better in many different ways. I think, for instance, of how a head teacher such as W.J. Gibson made the Nicholson Institute into a great school over 100 years ago. And although Mrs. Macsween may balk at being compared to one of Scotland's greatest educationalists of a past era, I do think that there are valid comparisons. And Mrs. Macsween has led Surrey Scott through some of the most demanding and challenging times that any head teacher or school community has ever known. And I think it is your leadership, above everything else, Aileen, that will be the legacy that you leave the school. Surrey Scott pupils and staff have been inspired, motivated and enabled under your leadership to achieve remarkable success as a school. Surrey Scott is not a big school, but as I have said at assemblies before, this is a school that does punch above its weight in many different ways, despite the number of challenges and setbacks that you have had in past years. Surrey Scott is up there with the rest of them. And let's not forget that Mrs. Macsween has served as head in more than one school throughout her career, and throughout Harris, many pupils can testify to the difference Mrs. Macsween has made to their formative years. I am reminded of a verse from the book of Proverbs that could be written for a primary school teacher or even a Sunday school teacher. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. From Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. And I'm further reminded of a verse that may be relevant to Mrs. Macsween's influence as far as the senior school is concerned. Instruct the wise, and they will be wiser still. Teach the righteous, and they will add to their learning. And again from the book of Proverbs and chapter 9 and verse 9. There is much, Aileen, to be said for finishing well, and you have, and it should be with satisfaction that you look back on your teaching career. We are very sorry to see you go. You will be a very hard act to follow indeed. We wish you well, and God's blessing to yourself and to Angus, to Donna and to Neil. I know that you will be yourself kept very busy in a new and exciting role that awaits you, and that of being a granny. Our warmest congratulations and God's blessings to you.